John F. Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas, Texas on November 22nd, 1963. President Kennedy was in Dallas, Texas to try to win their electoral college vote. In a previous meeting that he had with his staff, he had concerns about not gaining Florida and Texas's vote, so he flew there to try to gain Texas's vote. Planning the trip, Kennedy's staff knew there would be tensions in Dallas, Texas. However, the president still chose to fly there to try to win their vote. According to an article written by Eric Asen exploring JFK's final hours in Texas, he told us in detail of the events that led to the assassination of John F. Kennedy and the stops that he made in Texas. He first visited San Antonio, followed by Houston, then Fort Worth, and finally Dallas. President Kennedy, along with Jackie, drove through the streets of Dallas, parading in convertibles. As the cars of the president and the First Lady, along with Secret Service workers, entered into the DeLay Plaza, shots had been fired. Many people believe there are many conspiracies to the death of John F. Kennedy. In an article written by Jeff Vonfelt, Assassination of John F. Kennedy, he shares many of the ideas that people had. Most of the conspiracies included a second shooter, or JFK's interaction with the CIA. One of the conspiracies included Lyndon B. Johnson, who was Kennedy's professor, that he had planned the whole assassination so in return he would become the new president. Another conspiracy included the Soviet Union, that they orchestrated the assassination as a communist plot. Ulterior motives possibly leading up to the assassination, and that John F. Kennedy himself could have had something to do with his own death. Many of the author's theories included Cuba and their government, that the people believed Cuba's government that CIA had an attempt to assassinate their Cuban leader, Fidel Castro, and in return they assassinated John F. Kennedy. However, Fidel Castro denied those allegations and stated that it would have been too big of a risk between the United States and Cuba if that were to be true. Another believed motive of Cuba was because of the failed U.S. military support in the Bay of Pigs invasion. And the most popular conspiracy was a second shooter along with Lee Oswald, who shot behind the neck. Besides all of these conspiracies, Lee Oswald was found guilty for the assassination of John F. Kennedy. The author Priscilla Macmillan, or JFK and Oswald, The Convenient Truth, met with Lee Oswald in November of 1959. She was a reporter for the North American Newspaper Alliance and connected with Oswald, getting an understanding of his belief of Marxism and socialism and hate for capitalism. While in the Soviet Union, Lee Oswald discovered a desire to be a citizen of the Soviet Union. However, he did not achieve citizenship. The mindset of Oswald after the fact of the assassination was blinded by his socialist beliefs that he went to deathly measures for his political beliefs. Lyndon B. Johnson, during his presidency, was unpopular due to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The transition of power occurred on the Air Force One plane from Dallas back to Washington, D.C. The American people, President Lyndon B. Johnson and Miss Johnson, and Jackie Kennedy were still under shock of the event that happened in Dallas, Texas. They were all professional but swift during President Johnson's inauguration. The American people had ridiculed Johnson's presidency, not thinking of the impact of Kennedy's assassination had on the administration. Johnson's presidency brought empathetic weakness and problems with the media. Following John F. Kennedy's death, it made a lasting impact not only on American history, but the American people. The American people will always remember where they were and what they were doing when they heard the news that their president, John F. Kennedy, had just been assassinated in Dallas, Texas. The whole country was shaken by the news and didn't know what to do other than cry. John F. Kennedy made such an impact on people's lives, and all of America was mourning his death. The days following his death, leading up to his funeral, America was frozen. Then the Vice President, Lyndon B. Johnson, took oath and became the 36th President of the United States of America. John F. Kennedy was a president that everyone loved.